Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Podcast about anything New York City, from urban planning to news to city life to history. Me and my guests are happy to tell our stories and input our experience and ideas about the wonderful city we live in and have some fun in the process. My name is Ishan Metha, and you're listening to BeaconSpireNYC. I'm here today with Jason Velovic. Jason, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, Ishan. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be a guest.
Today is May 20th, 2026, and we'll be talking about Middle Village, a museum, and the Long Island Railroad. So, Jason, you live in Middle Village, correct?
Yes, I do. I grew up in Middle Village basically my whole life. Started out in Ridgewood, actually, but very close by, about 5 minutes away. And when I was about 7 years old, my family decided to move to Middle Village. We bought a home together. It was a three-family home. My grandfather, my grandmother, my uncle, my aunt, my mom, and my dad, with 4 children. We all lived there in harmony. 10 of us together. I think it was a very, very beautiful experience, and had Juniper right across the street. Would always frequent the basketball courts and the soccer field, often play tennis at the tennis courts as well. And there's actually a lot of developments happening now in Juniper Park.
Okay, wow. So, I explore Queens a lot, but I've never been really to Middle Village or Juniper Valley Park. But I definitely want to go sometime, and I've heard a lot of great things from you.
Yeah, it's definitely a great place to be. Very clean, well kept. And now they're adding a few pickleball courts as well, which I'm a pretty big pickleball fan. So pretty happy about that. Yeah, there's a lot of developments happening. They're changing the basketball courts as well. So they put a lot of money into the infrastructure of the park.
So, you're happy with all these developments? Nothing you're against?
Good question. I don't think there's anything I'm against that I know of so far. I think all of the developments are, for the betterment of the park. They also just fixed the track. I am a bit against kids riding around on bikes on the track, but I can't stop them.
Yeah, bikes can be annoying. But
Yeah.
What do you mean track? Like a running track
It's a
field?
running track, yes.
Oh, yes, I love those.
Yeah, so
That is actually kind of creative, riding your bikes around it.
Yeah, but do you know what it does to the track?
Ruins it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing. So when you pour that much money into the infrastructure and then you go and ride bikes, it's like, why do we do that?
Yeah.
But kids will be kids, and I
guess
probably
that
did the
makes
same
sense.
thing when I was younger.
What about Ridgewood?
I'm really enjoying my time in Ridgewood as well. There's a lot of beautiful cafes and restaurants that have popped up. Shout out to Rolos. Love those guys. They have a really, really good cheeseburger. They're calling it Mini Williamsburg right now.
Yeah, I can guess I can see why.
Yeah. It's becoming pretty gentrified, which, can be controversial for some people. But they're adding a lot of, money into the infrastructure and stuff like that. And they're building a lot of great restaurants and homes and buildings. So I'm liking the direction it's heading.
Yeah, well, I hope to go to those places and really check on them, on their development and on what they used to be. So you still live there, right? I know you recently got married.
Yes, we've moved to Ridgewood now.
She originally lived in Manhattan, right?
Yeah, my wife lived in the West Village.
So how was that?
Oh, I mean, we love the West Village. We were always walking around, and she loved just waking up and being able to just walk outside, and everything is a walking distance.
I remember I was walking in the West Village once and I ran into you guys.
Yes, we actually had just gotten a coffee at Kawa House.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, I saw you and your buddy were walking, and I said, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
So what was it like for her to move to Queens, though?
She's still acclimating, because not everything is walking distance, I mean, we have things walking distance, but my wife knew the West Village basically like the back of her hand, and now she's starting to learn more about Queens. But say, for example, like we want to go to Astoria, it's not like in the West Village, there's good food everywhere around the West Village. Sometimes you have to go to a different place, a different city completely to get good food. So, I mean, she's been acclimating, but she does enjoy it. It's more of it's a little bit slower lifestyle than the West Village, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's always good to introduce someone to Queens. That's what I've always
I mean,
doing.
Queens is the best, in my opinion.
Yeah, Queens is the best.
Yeah.
Even as someone who lives in Manhattan, when I got introduced to Queens, I loved it a lot.
Cool.
So then also, I know you and I, we have a bit of interest in the Museum of Natural History.
Yeah.
Because we used to work there.
Yes, we did.
Still do, I believe.
I do indeed. So I had the pleasure of working with you last year, and you showed me a lot of progress, and I was very, very proud of you. You took whole groups on your own like a tour guide, and you really, really rose to the occasion. That was amazing to see. And you were very, very knowledgeable about not only the ocean life, but dinosaurs and fossils as well. And you taught me a lot. And I'm hopefully teaching, students as well to encourage themselves to be confident and be able to speak to large groups of people, because that's something that, we're going to have to possibly do in the future.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't really know much of this information before being told, and then I basically relay the information to kids, and it was always fun to hear their reactions, to quiz them, and just give them the charm that they needed. I don't usually go there much, but after being chosen to work there, I developed a lot of memories. I remember we went into Ocean Life, and I was like, I slept in that room once. So,
and it's kind of like it came back to you.
Yeah, that's kind of what made me want to work there.
Yeah. Do you know the dinosaur thing where you said if you've had a chicken, if you have had
Yes, that was always
a dinosaur? Yeah, I still use that to this day. So every time I use it, I'm like, oh, I think of my buddy Ishan.
Yes, that's always fun.
Yeah.
Have any of you ever eaten chicken? You've eaten a dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, the context is that birds are pretty much dinosaurs. They're not actually really related to dinosaurs. They are dinosaurs. They are straight descendants. So that's why some people believe that dinosaurs might have actually had feathers.
Yes, in the past.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a large group of paleontologists that believe that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So if you've eaten chicken, you've eaten a dinosaur.
It works better with ages 12 and under.
It's always interesting when the teachers, they don't know that birds actually are dinosaurs. They say, you see, they're related. And I'm like, actually, they are dinosaurs. And they're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
That's always been fun.
Yeah.
Planet Earth was also a very nice room. I loved that globe that you could spin around and it showed the depth of the ocean.
Yes, exactly. And it had the different textures for the different kinds of geography in that certain range, and the craters of the world, and the tectonic plates, and mountains, and forests, and ocean. I mean, I'm blessed to still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can always volunteer soon.
Yeah, I could definitely go visit sometime now that I don't work there.
Oh yeah.
Once
definitely.
again, I'm kind of not seeing and more exploring places that aren't really tourist attractions like Queens, but I'll definitely go back and check it out. I also remember when I worked in Ocean Life, how fun that was to tell people the story about the giant whale and how they hung it up, and how the person who built it was scared that it was slowly sinking back down. And then as a prank, his coworkers would slowly lower it every day, and that freaked him out.
And that's because he was measuring it daily. So they saw him measuring it daily, and they dropped it slowly, like by a centimeter, and he ended up freaking out. And they said, "Oh, buddy, you're good. It was just us." And he felt better.
Yeah, I remember I also used to show people videos of the whale on an iPad in Ocean Life, and the connection was always bad, and then all they had to do was click a switch and it worked. And then did it on the first day. I remember I was pretty nervous to be talking to people. Some people I avoided. Then I decided to do it once again on the very last day to finish where I started, and this time I was ready to go to all sorts of people.
Yeah, it was a what goes around comes around kind of thing. It was very, very cyclical. When you started there and then when you ended there, it kind of gave me deja vu from the beginning of the year when we first began, and I just said to myself, "Wow, how fast time flew by!" I actually learned another fact about the whale is that before a whale dies, it feels its impending doom, and it will do something called a whale fall, where it goes all the way to the bottom of the ocean, and it'll just lay there with all of its strength it used to get to the bottom. And what will happen is the whale's corpse will end up being like a mini microsphere or a biosphere for 50,000 organisms to feed off the whale and to, benefit off of the whale's death. So I think that's really, really beautiful for such a large creature to, care so much about, others around it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a super interesting fact.
Yeah, well, it was a great accomplishment to work there. I'm very glad I did. Before that, I used to work at Panera Bread in Bay Terrace, which is one of the places that really introduced me to Queens. Then I worked at Applebee's at Queens Center Mall, which introduced me to Queens Center Mall, which was really great. I know you would go to Queens Center Mall a lot when you live in Middle Village, which you still do.
I did, but it wasn't my first choice of mall, if I'm honest with you. But
it gets boring after a while.
Yeah, it does. Truly and honestly, I don't enjoy malls too much. I'd rather go to a park or something like that. Just go sit on a bench. Yeah, I do enjoy LSE as well. I know we're talking about Middle Village and Queens, but Long Island City is a little bit more touristy. I know that, but I think it's a very, very beautiful park, and they keep it up very well.
I love that park, Hunters Point Park. One of the first places I kind of walked to, got introduced to.
Oh, wonderful! You walked there from your house, right?
Yeah, I walked there from my house many times in Manhattan. I walk across the Queensboro Bridge.
I don't know if you podcasters know this, but your podcast host is a very, very, very avid walker.
That is correct. And yes, they do know.
Oh, they know. Okay, good.
Many times.
Just making sure.
That's good. That's always good as a episodely reminder that I love walking.
Oh, yes. All right, so some good food spots in Middle Village that I frequent You got Middle Village Bagels. They're very, very good. And actually, they had like the best bagel in New York City. I think they just got voted for that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Even higher than like places in Manhattan, which I was very surprised about.
Wow.
And
So,
fun fact, I actually worked there.
oh, you worked there.
I worked
That's
there, so I'm
great.
not being biased, but it was
Well,
very,
you
very
know, I always love the places that I worked at.
good. Well, we do, yes, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I know that Brandon, who was in episode 1 of the podcast, he likes to going to like Brooklyn's Bagels in Greenpoint.
Yeah, that's a very good place too.
Oh, really?
Very good place. Yeah.
It's always nice that other boroughs are winning awards for places. Everyone wants to go to Manhattan and get the good
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, they did open Apollo Bagels in Manhattan as well, which has gotten a very or Pop-Up Bagels. Both of them. They've gotten
Yeah.
very, very famous.
I've just started eating bagels recently, and
Oh,
you know
just
they're
recently?
pretty good. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean like my mother or sister, they've gone and bought some, and then I've had them with like things in it. I don't know all the names for everything yet, but
Oh, like cream
they're-
cheese, like different
yeah,
kinds.
cream cheese. Cream cheese is actually
Salmon or like cured
yeah,
salmon or no?
yeah. I think so. Some of that
Cool.
it's all pretty good. Didn't think
Cool.
I would like that stuff.
Cool.
Same with like sushi. I
Yeah.
used to not like sushi. Now I do. I mentioned before we went to the Lower East Side a little while back on Mother's Day, and I had sushi there.
Wonderful. There's actually very, very nice sushi spots in Queens as well. Some of them are like all you can eat, but if you don't eat everything, they make you pay to take leftovers home. So you better bring a hungry stomach. And more so in terms of Middle Village, I mean, it's just very, very walkable. You've got a lot of places that you can go. As I said, Juniper Park right across the street.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up there, so for me, the school system was great there. I went to PSI's 49. We were actually the first graduating class that went above fourth grade because the school was only K through 6. And then we were the first class that actually was the 6th through 8th. So I was there until 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to McClancy after that, which is in Jackson Heights. So my whole life I went to school in Queens. And then I went to Queens College to pursue teaching.
Okay, wow. Did you commute to all those places? Did you take a school bus?
I'm not going to lie. After high school, I did not take buses much anymore. I started driving in college.
Okay.
And, it was a nice drive to Queens College, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes from Middle Village. But on the way back home, if traffic, arose, could have taken me 40 minutes to get home. But I took the bus to McClancy, took the 47 often, just straight shot right to McClancy from Atlas Mall, which is also a nice place, a very little like cute gem in Queens. Super cool. In Glendale, more specifically.
Yes, Glendale, Middle Village are kind of places I'm trying to explore more. I actually walked through them like once for a little bit,
Yeah.
just because I was trying to get to Cypress Hill Cemetery to see the view from there.
Oh, I drive by Cypress Hills Cemetery mostly every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very high up, has a very amazing view.
Yeah.
Not just of like the skyline, but it has a view. You can see East New York and South Ozone Park pretty nicely there,
Yeah.
the Rockaways, which is really nice.
There's actually a nice spot in Juniper as well, where if you sit down in the middle of, like, not the middle of the night, but like maybe later in the night, around like 10:30, 11 p.m., and you look up, you'll see like 90% of the Manhattan skyline, which is very, very
Nice.
cool. You'll see the Empire State Building lit up and Freedom Tower and a whole bunch of other buildings. But you also have this cool phenomenon of plane traffic.
Oh,
that
yes.
It's kind of like a highway in the sky, and it's you'll have
Right.
planes just rotating and rotating and rotating and coming very low.
Right, because you're in between the two airports.
Exactly,
so
JFK and LaGuardia. So it's super, super cool to see in the middle of the night. And it's just a nice spot to relax.
Can you see like the skyline and all that in the daytime too?
Yes, but not as you'll see it clearly.
It's like I don't know if I would be able to go at night. That would take me a while to get there.
I mean, you'll see the skyline, but it won't be lit up and
Okay. I always like looking for all of those elevated spots where you can see the skyline. I live on the Upper East Side. I can see a lot of Queens from there. But whenever I go to Queens or Brooklyn, I can only see like the Midtown skyline anyway. Even though Queens is closer to Upper East Side, I can kind of only see Midtown because Upper East Side buildings, they're tall, but they're not tall enough to be seen from the ground.
Yeah, that's true. So in LIC, when you go to Gantry State Park, for example, when you're looking at the view from Gantry State Park, what end are you looking at? Are you looking at the east side?
So you're looking at like Midtown. I would always, in the beginning, I would always hope, I would just pretend and wish that Long Island City is right next to the Upper East Side, but no, that's more Astoria. Long Island City is, Hunters Point specifically, it's mostly south of Queensboro Bridge, and south of Queensboro Bridge is border of Upper East Side. So everything you see there is basically Midtown. So Empire State Building, Waterside Plaza, I think that's what it's called. When I was in Long Island City for the first time, I would see Empire State Building and Chrysler Building, and it was so close, it looked that I thought it was supposed to be like a mock-up of the real thing. But it was the actual thing that I could just see from there.
I actually have a few family members that work near the Chrysler building.
Wow.
Yeah, there's actually a huge building going up. It's a JP Morgan building.
Right. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, that one.
That building
That is so cool.
ridiculous.
I know, it's great. They have
Yeah.
a new style of architecture.
Yes, I do enjoy it.
I enjoy. Yeah.
They're actually building a hotel as well there
Oh,
for their out of state and foreign employees so that they can just sleep in the JP Morgan hotel.
you know, I really want to go into those tall buildings like that one so I can have a good view of Queens. I can
Oh,
see
you
that. I
would
can
see-
see that building from everywhere in Queens. I've not been to the Empire State Building or the any of that before.
Well, if you go to Freedom Tower, I think it is.
Not been to that either, but yes, I know it's
They have
the seats.
yeah,
Because it's the tallest
cool.
building.
It's cool. Yeah.
The Central Park Tower is actually taller. It's just a spire that makes
Oh,
the tower
interesting.
taller. So that would have a better view. But you can't go up.
Okay. Yeah.
So you want to know?
You have to live there.
Yes. So you want to know something funny with the J.P. Morgan Chase building is that
Sure.
it lights up at night, and I wanted to go see how it looked from Long Island City in Hunters Point and Gantry Plaza.
Yeah.
The one time I went there, it didn't light up when I got dark.
Oh man.
But hopefully I can go back. I go to Gantry Plaza at night since it's a bit closer and I can take the ferry home. So it's very nice to see at night with
How
the
long is the
Pepsi Cola
ferry
lit
ride?
up. Not the longest.
Okay, good. Just asking.
Yeah, I mean, it can be slow sometimes. They have to follow like a specific route. It gets delayed a lot, but that's kind of it. It's a nice ride.
Yeah, just like most New York City infrastructure.
All right, so now we will be moving on to the current event segment of this podcast, which for today will be the recent strike on the Long Island Railroad, a
Okay.
commuter rail that travels through various towns of Long Island. So I will now read a small excerpt from the New York Times article.
Sure.
Long Island Railroad strike shuts down busiest U.S. passenger rail service by Stefanos Chen, Ashley Southall, and Ellen Yan. This is the first strike on the service in more than 30 years. It comes after 3 years of failed contract negotiations, 2 federal interventions, and a volley of last-minute bargaining. Thousands of workers for the Long Island Railroad walked off the job early Saturday morning, staging the first strike in more than 30 years for America's busiest passenger railway and grinding service to a halt. After 3 years of failed contract negotiations, 2 federal interventions, and a volley of last-minute bargaining, unions representing about half of the workforce decided to take to the picket line to protest what they call insufficient wage increases. 5 unions, representing more than 3,500 workers, including engineers, signalmen, and machinists, called a strike after contract discussions with the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, the state agency that runs the railroad, fell apart. Kevin Sexton, a vice president of the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen, one of the unions, said the two sides could not agree on raises in 2026 or on issues like healthcare contributions. So yeah, looks like a lot really went into this strike.
Yes, it did. About strikes and protests, I fully 100% agree with them, especially if people feel like they're not being duly compensated or people feel there's, injustices in the world or something like that. It is difficult for some New Yorkers to get around if there's no railroads, but you've got to think that these people are not just numbers, right? These people have families, these people have values, these people have lives, and they work very hard. And if they want a little more, then why can't the big guys or women, whoever the CEOs are and those, people who run the show, why can't they just say, okay, cool, we'll pay these people? I think it's a little bit difficult for people to enjoy their jobs and want to work if they're not being protected, supported, and feel like their needs are being met. My cousin was just on strike. He's a nurse, and they struck for I think 3 weeks.
Yes, there was a strike for that too.
Yes, so strikes have been happening more often recently. The 32 BJ union does usually never really strikes, but they usually always come to a deal. And actually, this Long Island Railroad thing just came to a close. They actually just came to a deal.
Yes.
I'm not sure if they were sufficiently compensated. I haven't read the deal.
So basically, the New York Times, they did update later the day after that the strike was over. So Governor Kathy Hochul, she struck a deal with them. I believe that it has not been confirmed yet what the deal is to the public.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think the deal has been revealed yet. But it's like we knew about the strike for a while now. They kind of warned us beforehand, but they really couldn't come to a deal before the strike happened. They had to wait, which I definitely hurt a lot of people. And if the strike had continued, it would still hurt more people because
It would.
and some friends, we have a venue in Long Island that we need to get to, and the Long Island Railroad would have disrupted that.
Well, yeah, and especially with the traffic that's been going on.
Yes.
Yeah, there's been a lot, but I think there's a spring influx as well. And when it gets more nice out, you've got more people going to the offices. You got more people taking their children out to the beach. You've got more people leaving their homes. And I don't think the Long Island Railroad is entirely to blame for the recent uptick in New York City traffic. But, we can go around pointing fingers and, saying that. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think teachers should strike?
Well, I have heard that I know NYU went on a strike recently.
Yeah.
New York Times posted about that, and then
Yeah.
I looked a bit into it. So like, of course, like legally teachers cannot strike because it can
Legally,
cause
yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
But with that, they planned it out. They had substitute teachers. They had all of that. And, teachers obviously they do deserve raises. A lot
Yeah.
of teachers are very underpaid, especially with congestion pricing. A lot of them can really not afford to even live in New York City.
Yeah, it's
So
getting out of hand.
So with that, like the NYU strike, it was probably pretty well planned out. They had things ready for their students, and that's
Yeah.
what makes some strikes important. But yes, teachers definitely do deserve higher pay and
Yeah.
higher support than they get right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a fair question to ask. I don't think teachers are definitely not duly compensated. So I only think it's a matter of time until it happens, though. And of course, substitutes may be ready and able, and many teachers may lose their jobs. But I think it's a small sacrifice to pay for,
Yeah.
a greater cause.
I mean, yeah, everyone's striking right now because prices are going higher and people are
Yeah.
getting less money.
Yeah.
In the Long Island Railroad, they increased their prices too. I think
Mhm.
it costs like $100 if you take it every week.
Oh, interesting.
And
I didn't know that. Thank you
yeah,
for giving me that stuff.
and yeah, people need their raises.
Yeah, that's a little bit out of hand.
It's steep.
Yeah, plus the taxes and stuff like that we pay. So
All right, so now that all of our discussions are over, it's time to talk about what we've currently been up to in New York City and our future plans.
cool.
So this weekend, I took my friend from Jersey who thinks New York is just, Times Square, Statue of Liberty.
No.
So we went to the Bronx so he could see the real New York.
Oh, nice, awesome. Did you take
So-
the Arthur Avenue?
I didn't take him there,
Okay.
but we went to Parkchester, which was new for me too. So
Nice.
it was nice to walk through Parkchester. We met a local there who we knew. He was really nice. It was great to walk there, but he was also kind of interested in going to Queens Center Mall. So afterwards, we took the Q50 across the Whitestone Bridge, which was really nice. And
Oh, that's cool.
we walked from Flushing all the way to Queens Center Mall.
Whoa.
And yeah, he looked at a lot of stores. We found this giant, like, heart made up of text, and the text was different neighborhoods in Queens, which is really cool.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then we decided to show him Forest Hills Gardens. And he really liked it, and that's what really gave him the conclusion that New York is really more than just skyscrapers. Because he said to me before, New York is just apartments, it doesn't have pools and backyards. I had to send him a photo of me at my friend's pool in the Bronx. So, yeah.
It's not true.
Now, this weekend, I'm hoping to head to Van Cortlandt Park in the Bronx
Wonderful.
to go to this little stadium that's going to be taken down. They said it was like beyond repair. A study said that. So people now are wanting to say their last goodbyes. I want to check it out for myself because I've never been there. I want to see it. It's like bleachers or something. It'll be interesting, and I'm going to see a local there who lives in Riverdale. He'll show me around. Riverdale has been on my bucket list for a while.
It's wonderful. Very
Hopefully, I can walk across the Henry Hudson Bridge and the Broadway Bridge and maybe even Inwood Hill Park.
nice.
But yeah, how's it going for you?
Everything's going great, to be honest. Once the sun comes out, it feels like there's this new revitalizing energy, and we've had the wonderful weather recently.
Yes, it's been very hot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll take the heat over the cold any day, but I know a lot of people will say opposite, but that's okay. Some people will say, oh, I can just bundle up and I'll be away from the cold. But everything's going quite well. I've been doing more walks and writing more, and I think the walks are helping me clear my head and be able to write more content. I enjoy the places I've been frequenting. I've been going to more gardens recently and libraries. So your friend
Okay.
would, definitely say this does not look like the city at all. This looks like,
Yes.
a different place completely. I do have a place out of town in upstate New York where I might be going this weekend. I don't know yet. The plans aren't concrete,
Yeah.
but that's New York as well.
Yeah,
People
things
don't
always
think-
change.
Yeah, people.
It's like I like to walk somewhere and, sometimes I have a plan. If it doesn't go to plan, it's fine. I always find
Yeah.
something new to do.
Yeah.
Like I was hoping to be at Parkchester the whole day that time. He really wanted to go to Queen Center and have
Yeah.
them on the same day. And you know what? I'm glad I did do that because
Yeah.
I got to see so much.
There you go.
And that's what makes it fun. He
Yeah.
wanted a pre-schedule, but I didn't because that's what makes it fun in New York. You find other things to do.
Yeah, and New York has mountains too. You got the Catskills, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot to see, and there's a lot to view and take in. you know. And then every day we have the chance to do that. What else have I been up to? I've been playing more chess recently. I've been enjoying it. I've been up to a lot. Also, I have my stock club, which
Okay.
you know, I've been monitoring. So it's been good. I've been enjoying this spring a lot. It's just my birthday, like last week. So
Oh wow, happy birthday.
yeah, thanks. I mean, belated, but thank you so much. And I mean, I've been really enjoying life recently, and New York has given me a lot of opportunities. So I'm thankful for it.
That sounds great. Always great things to do in the city, you know. I mean, like, I kind of get used to the temperature after a while. On that day where we were, like, walking, I didn't really need water that much. I think they did, but I was kind of used to the weather. Same with the cold. Like, if I don't think about it, I'll get used to it. Same with walking in general. I can walk for a long time
Interesting.
and not get tired because I'm just not thinking about it. I'll just do it. I think
Interesting.
everyone can. But that doesn't mean I don't feel cold and hot. But it's like,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I just have to try and not think about it.
Yeah, well, you can get a nice hot chocolate in the winter, or a nice matcha, like a iced matcha or iced coffee. Well, I don't know if you drink coffee, Sean, but
I drink coffee.
okay,
Sometimes.
wonderful.
It's cold coffee. I don't
Cold
like
coffee,
hot
like iced coffee.
Yeah, I've never had matcha though, but I want to try it.
You should. I mean, they have a lot of like introductory
I was
flavors.
told I will not like it, but I have
I don't know that.
plan on how I'm going to try my first matcha, which maybe you guys will find out sometime. But I have a plan on how I'm going to try out my first matcha.
Well, there's good strawberry matcha too, where it's like they put like a strawberry, like not a jam, but like this.
Yeah, I've seen
compote.
the photos of
Syrup?
them up in Flushing. when I
Yeah.
was at Flushing the other day.
Oh, I really do enjoy Flushing as well, and you know, Main Street.
Yes.
They have amazing food from all over Asia, and I think, you know, that's what all New Yorkers need to experience.
And they have a good McDonald's.
Oh, well, I haven't been over there. What's one of your favorite foods?
Favorite? I mean, I like a lot. I like pizza a lot.
Okay, cool. Well, that's very typical for New
I
York.
love
There
Italian
you go.
food. Italian food is the best.
Well, we've got a lot of good Italian food in New York City.
Maybe not the biggest fan of lasagna, but you know, I like pizza.
Well, lasagna can be a little heavy and condensed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like tiramisu though. Tiramisu is really good.
So you really do love Italian food.
Yeah, some of it. I'm kind of picky with foods.
That's all right.
So now, for our final segment of this podcast,
Wonderful.
we will be asking you, Jason, a trivia question.
Oh, okay. Do it.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna disclaimer here. I'm not ready for this, but let's see what happens.
alright, so there are many different bridges in New York City
Oh boy.
that go into Brooklyn, but out of all of these, only 3 go into Brooklyn from Manhattan. So only 3 connect Manhattan to Brooklyn. Which 3 are they? And trust me, this is an easy one. There are 3 bridges, only 3 that connect Brooklyn.
to Manhattan.
Yes, which are the 3?
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes, that's number 1.
Okay, wonderful. If I didn't get that one right, then I would not have been a happy camper. How many bridges are in New York City?
Well, definitely hundreds.
Hundreds, right? Okay. There's 2 more.
Yes, 2 more.
What about the 59th Street Bridge?
Yes, the Queensboro Bridge. That goes.
Is that what it's called?
Yes. So
Does it connect?
it goes from Manhattan to Queens,
Oh,
not to Brooklyn.
this is what I mean. So the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes.
What about the
The
Kosciuszko?
Kosciuszko Bridge?
Yes.
The Kosciuszko Bridge?
Yes.
That goes from Queens to Brooklyn.
So not the city.
Yes.
What is that bridge? I said the 59th Street, Queensboro. I'm gonna have to concede.
Oh, you forfeit?
Maybe I'll do one more guess.
Yeah. Try and give me some guess.
What about
What are all the bridges you know in New York?
the what's the Mario Cuomo one?
I think that's in Staten Island.
Yeah, I know that one, but that doesn't connect anywhere near. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too well versed in bridges.
So I'll say this: they all go across the East River. Okay.
East River.
They're all close to the Brooklyn Bridge.
What about the 79th?
79.
Oh no, that's the highway. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, so you got the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
But that's the only one I've
One of them is parallel to Brooklyn Bridge.
Parallel to Brooklyn Bridge.
And the other one's just a little farther up. But think, Manhattan and Brooklyn, the only thing separating them is the East River, nothing else. So you have to know that they all go across that. Whereas for Brooklyn and Queens, some of it's a river, some of it's like bordering each other. But yeah, Manhattan, Brooklyn, just separated by the East River.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So the one that's parallel to the Brooklyn Bridge is the Manhattan Bridge.
Oh, that's super obvious.
A little bit farther up is the Williamsburg Bridge.
Okay. See, I should have known that. That was my second guess, the Williamsburg Bridge.
Oh, you
Should have
didn't
said
say
that.
it.
Yes, I did not say it. That was another guess that I had in my head, but
I have walked across all of these bridges.
oh, wonderful.
Have you?
I've only walked across one.
The Brooklyn Bridge.
The Brooklyn
Yes,
Bridge.
everyone loves walking across that bridge.
Yes.
But, people should really consider walking across all of the other bridges because there are so many really great bridges to walk on
Yeah.
New York. There's the RFK Bridge or the Triborough Bridge. I love walking across that bridge.
Where does the Triborough connect to?
So it goes from Manhattan. It goes like through Randall's Island and into Queens.
Oh,
You can also get there kind of through the Bronx if you know where to go.
wonderful.
So when you get up there, the view is kind of great. You get like a really beautiful view of Manhattan
Yes, you do.
and the
you
Upper
do.
East Side. You get a view of Queens and the Bronx as
I
well.
enjoy driving through that bridge. It's a very nice drive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Walking on it is a very different experience, though.
different,
I'll tell
right?
you. It's
In a better way.
yeah, it's like I
Nice.
used to drive on it a lot, and then I walked on it for the first time. It felt very different.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And they're opening up a new space in 2027, as I said in the first episode of the podcast. So hopefully that'll be great too, to have a much bigger, better space to walk on and look at.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
What I have not walked on yet is the George Washington Bridge.
How long is that walk?
It's a very big bridge. It
Yeah.
goes from Upper Manhattan, from like Washington Heights inwood to New Jersey, Fort Lee.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I want to walk on that sometime. The only thing is, the only one open right now is the north side, so it's not facing the city.
You should be happy if you walk it. You won't have to pay a toll.
I guess that's true. I think they're also opening the south side in 2027, so maybe then I could get a very good view of Manhattan because this is like all of Manhattan.
Wonderful. That's amazing.
When I drive across it, I know it has a great view. I hope I one day can walk on it and see that view.
Do you drive yourself?
No, I don't know how to drive yet.
Okay, take your time. There's walking is better.
Yeah, I love walking.
Yeah.
As you know.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Jason, so much for taking your time to have your input on this podcast. And thank you all so much for listening to this podcast and the start of my New York City content. It is greatly appreciated. Once again, I'm Ishan Metha, and you can find more of my work on BeaconSpireNYC on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Jason, where people can find you?
My wife and I, we operate a photo booth and content creation service, specializing in weddings, proms, and stuff like that. So it's at momentswith.kj. My wife is the K, I'm the J. Always got to put the lady first. And besides that, nothing else. And thank you for having me, Isha.
No problem. So as this goes out, episodes 1 and 2 should be out. So if you haven't checked those out, you can check them. A lot of great stuff we talked about there. Until then, this is Ishan and Jason, signing off.